average inside the 18-yard box. Cardiff have lost their last 16 matches against the so-called Big Six in the Premier League, one win in 20 against those Big Six. What time it would be to end that run. It would set us up for a thrilling finale down at the bottom of the table. Just a couple of points then. It would be between Cardiff and Southampton and Brighton. Burnley still very much in contention as well. Newcastle and Palace, you would feel just about safe now. In fact, if Cardiff do win this game, then there would only be 2 points separating Brighton in 15th and the bottom three. It would then look to be a four-horse race for that final place, Sean Derrick.
Absolutely. The Premier League now, you know, top and bottom coming into these final games of the season. So exciting. It's great to see so many teams involved at both ends of the table. You know, the top four's not a foregone conclusion. You know, the champions, we don't know who's going to go right to the very end, but I know we've lost Huddersfield at the bottom. Looks like Fulham have gone, but anybody out of the 4 or 5 teams there, I'm with you, Alex. I think it goes up to Brighton. I think Newcastle have probably just about got enough. They've had a decent middle part of the season after a pretty torrid start. Palace have found a little form of late, and you know, Bournemouth are capable of beating anybody on the day. So it's just what the Premier League's we've become accustomed to watching year in, year out, is some very, very honest performances at the bottom and some wonderfully tactically and technically gifted players at the top.
There's almost 5 leagues now, isn't there, in the Premier League? You've got Manchester City and Liverpool at the top, then you've got another quartet of teams, Chelsea included, competing for the Champions League spaces. Then the best of the rest, if you like, Wolves, Leicester, Everton, Watford, and maybe West Ham. Well, I know you saw them play yesterday. Then the likes of Bournemouth and Palace and Newcastle, who are just really competing to try and finish at the top of the bottom half. And then the relegation scratch.
Absolutely. I mean, take it down a division into the Championship, and you've got probably 16 teams all capable with the infrastructure of actually making a go of it in the Premier League. So the top 2 divisions are so strong in England now.
Well, Cardiff have got the first home corner of the afternoon. 14 minutes to go until half-time. Morrison again comes forward. Camarasa needs a better delivery this time with a set piece. He gets one, pulls for Hoyland inside the area, just slipped as he went to shoot, finds Peltier on the edge of the box. He does shoot straight into the arms of Aretha Balaga, who's a bit unlucky there. Junior Hoyland just lost his footing at the worst possible moment.
Absolutely, and it was a typical Cardiff corner. Camarasa with the delivery right to the very end of the post.
Nias looking for Arthur on the edge of the box, runs away from him and cleared by David Luiz.
And it was an opportunity for Junior Hoyland there, just couldn't work his feet out. Fell nicely to him. I thought he could just move his feet a little bit quickly and get a strike off, but of all the players it falls to a fullback, and he never really tested Kepa, really.
Cardiff 0, Chelsea 0. We've played 32 minutes in this first half. Murphy is just offside as he's found on the edge of the area. He's put the ball in the net one-on-one with Aretha Balaga, but it won't be counted. Flag seemed to take a long time there, Sean, to go up.
It did, yeah. It was a good running behind from Murphy. You know, he's, again, really capable of running beyond without the ball as well as with it. Just seeing the corner here. Spoke about it in the first 2 or 3 minutes with Cardiff defending the first corner. Just like then, I think that was Alonso had the shirt of Sean Morrison, and we said the referee has to be consistent with his decisions. And again, is it going to be one of them decisions that helps Cardiff to get the win this afternoon? Because you can't see them breaking this team down.
Jorginho, though, trying to find the decisive pass for Higuain, headed behind by Ekil Manga. That was better from Chelsea. They've got their second corner at the end of it.
Acknowledged, it really was acknowledged well by Higuain there. Just pulled on the shoulder of I think it was Manga there. Done well in the end, Manga. Just worked his feet out, but going to have to defend this corner now.
Neil Warnock will be furious if Chelsea get the breakthrough from a set piece. Brilliant has gone across the right hand side to take the corner, whipped towards the near post. The whistle had been blown for a foul. Higuain met the ball and headed it wide. I think he was the offender, but it will be a free kick for Cardiff inside their own 18-yard box.
The that's what Neil Warnock will be saying to his team as well. Listen, if you're going to lose against the top six, make sure it's a great goal that you're going to concede. You know, make sure that it's a top six goal, and respectfully, it's not a corner or, you know, a loose bit of defending, or perhaps not tracking your runners. Whenever you come up against one of these top teams, you know, you always have that discussion in the dressing room as a group of players, understanding that, you know, you're going to do all the horrible bits right. Don't let yourself down by a corner routine.
Cleared away by Alonso. Wayne wins it back. Only momentarily though, as Joe Bennett wrestles possession back for Cardiff. Murphy into Camarasa. He's got some space on the edge of the area, and again he's disappointed with the ball. He was looking for Hoyle out on the left hand side. He passed it straight to a Chelsea player. Here they come on the counter attack. Willian going up through the gears. He's got Mariata blocking his route to goal, so he goes back for Kovacic. Barkley now to Rudiger on the halfway line. Needed a better ball short from Camarasa.
What we've just seen there, Alex, is exactly what we've seen from Cardiff all year. Such an industrious team. You know, the units work for each other. Never been questioned.
Kovacic into the feet of Pedro. Looking for Higuain on the edge of the area. Kilmanga steps it imperiously once more. Chelsea still in possession with Alonso, high up the field. Higuain turning with his back to goal, out to Willian, left corner of the penalty area. Back to Gonzalo Higuain. Can he get a shot away from the edge of the box? Into Pedro instead. Alonso does shoot, and loops off Arter and up in the sky, and then cleared away in the end by Kilmanga, who's having an excellent game to the heart of the Cardiff City defence.
Yeah, just going back to Cardiff there, as industrious as they are, you know, just that lack of quality, and that lack of quality costs money. You know, you have to buy that in the Premier League. You know, you can take your team up through the divisions, up through the Championship, and you can be resilient, you can be organised just like Cardiff are, but to pay that extra bit of money for quality, it costs, and Cardiff have just not got that in the budget.
Still 0-0. 9 first half minutes remaining. David Luiz steps over the halfway line with the ball for Chelsea. Clips it over the top looking for Barkley. Wins the header, but Morrison there to clear it for Cardiff. And then Ariata forward to Umar Niaz. Guides it out this right-hand side, and Murphy's got bags of pace. He's got away from Jorginho and from David Luiz, but not quite from Rudiger. He taps the ball back to Kepa Arrizabalaga.
I think he's got the beating
from Murphy again.
I think he's got the beating of Alonso. I really do. Every time he gets the ball 1v1, Alonso's just reluctant to step forward and have that 1v1 duel with him.
This is Willian. Tripped from behind by Lee Peltier. It was clumsy, and it will give Chelsea a free kick in a very dangerous position, 7 or 8 yards outside the penalty area. Not sure he needed to dive in.
No, he didn't. He's got the legs as well. Lee Peltier is a very athletic fullback, and I think as a manager you just want him to extend that run. You know, take him into an area where he can perhaps be a little bit more, you know, have that option of a timing of a tackle. But it's caused his problem here. He's got a big problem near Etheridge. Good position for a free kick, and a lot of people standing over it.
It can be hit from either side, can't it? Because it's in a very central position. That will keep Etheridge guessing into the last possible moment. Alonso has come forward. Willian, who has proved over the course of his career to be a bit of a set-piece specialist. David Luiz may just fancy a crack at this as well from a long run-up. This could be a big moment in the game. 8 minutes before half-time. Cardiff 0, Chelsea 0. I think it will be Willian to strike right-footed, and he found the stanchion behind the goal. And it will be a goal kick for Cardiff, much to the relief of Peltier.
Absolutely. It's a big wall Cardiff had there. Some big players in the wall. 6-man wall, and a goalkeeper who's been very quick this season. You'd be disappointed if you was a Chelsea player there. You know, there was a number of players stood over the ball. I'm not too sure it was a right footer who should have been kicking that.
5th attempt from Chelsea, just a 2 from Cardiff so far. At the moment both goalkeepers have kept their gloves pretty pristine clean. Here is Hoylett trying to change that, coming in from the left hand side, looking Umar Nias, but it's cleared by Rudiger and out for a Cardiff throw, almost level with the penalty area.
Yep, Goodison making his way over again. Going straight in the 18-yard
coming
box.
forward from the back as well.
They make no apologies, do they?
And why should they? Morrison grappling with Barkley inside the area. It's aimed in towards Morrison, the captain, cleared as far as Bennett, and then hooked away by Pedro. Akil Manga goes route one, cleared this time by David Luiz. Peltier beats Higuain in the air, and then ball dropped to the feet of Azpilicueta, who's found Willian in some space down the left. He couldn't bring it under control. That's the ironic cheer you can hear, but he's still got the ball, Willian. Tried to pull back the cross, and it's cleared behind by Arta for a third Chelsea corner of this first half.
It's a lovely crossfield ball by Azpilicueta, defending it well, took the sting out of the game. 60-yard diagonal, and found Willian there. Be disappointed with his first touch. It culminated in a corner. They defended well, Cardiff, this first 40 minutes.
Willian will take the corner. Short to the edge of the penalty area. Going back from Pedro. Willian across the box. Alonso stabbed it goalwards and wide. Well, nobody picked up Marcus Alonso there. And a cleaner connection. He may well have found the back of the net.
Well worked. Really well worked by Chelsea. Short corner. Played a little 1-2. I think it was Manga's man who's just lost it. He just got caught underneath the ball watching a little bit, Manga did there. But Marcus Alonso be really disappointed he didn't get a firmer connection on that final piece of delivery into the box.
Well, it's shown that Marcus Alonso, he does have an eye for goal. Hasn't actually found the net in the Premier League since August, though, the Spaniard. It was a clever routine, as Sean Derry has articulated. As close as Chelsea have come to finding a net in this first half. Here's Barkley, the England man, over the halfway line. Willian has got Alonso bombing forward on the overlap. Willian comes infield to Barkley on the edge of the area. Might have fancied a shot there, but he was closed down quickly by Arta. Barkley instead into the feet of Higuain. Looking for Pedro on the overlap. Joe Bennett did really well to get there ahead of Pedro and then win the free kick for a shove in the back.
I think what we've just seen there, Alex, is one passage of play that just highlights this Chelsea team at this moment in time. What a pass that was by Higuain. I mean, only him on the pitch could have seen that, but he needed pace around him. And with Pedro, what you've got is you've got a lot of quality, but he's not blessed with pace. And I, for one, at half-time, I will be looking, if I was sat in that Chelsea dressing room, looking at what's available to me. A Hudson-Odoi, a Hazard would have got on the end of that pass and it would have been 1-0 to Chelsea. It was a brilliant piece of artistry there by Higuain, a wonderful ball.
How long do you think he will leave at Maurizio Sarri before we see the likes of Hazard and Hudson-Odoi in the second half?
Well, as a sub, you don't just want to be coming on for the last 10 or 15 minutes. You want to find your feet.
Goodison with a long throw into the area for Cardiff. Morrison headed it back towards Camarasa, who tries to hook it goalwards, but well wide in the end for a goal kick for Chelsea.
Yeah, and I just think at half-time, do you make the subs at half-time? You know, do you say this is a must-win game, guys? I have to be seen of doing something. Because what you've got is you've got a real structure to the opponents. They know they're a 4-4-1-1. Out of possession, they know they're going to have to defend. But there's no pace in this Chelsea attack.
So, wide array of riches on the bench there. Just got a shot of Olivier Giroud sat next to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Eden Hazard also among the options available, of course. N'Golo Kanté, probably not the type of player who's going to come on and change the game in terms of an attacking sense, but still not a bad replacement to have at your disposal.
Well, the likelihood is he's not going to change his formation. You know, he's been very, very religious with this style of play. But what you've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek. You know, for me, Ruben Loftus-Cheek carries the ball really well. He's really purposeful. He gets it on the half turn. He can drive through the midfield. You know, it seems a natural replacement for perhaps Kovacic in that position. And then Hudson-Odoi, you know, perhaps changing him for Pedro on the right. That would be a real positive change that I'm sure every Chelsea fan would be looking to see.
It's bizarre, isn't it, that Callum Hudson-Odoi has really been one of the narratives of the season due to his on-off move to Bayern Munich and the fact, this refusal really from Maurizio Sarri to give him any kind of game time. He's only played Hudson-Odoi 146 minutes in the Premier League all season, the 18-year-old.
It's crazy, it really was. I was up in the England headquarters earlier in the week and talking to one or two of the junior coaches there who's had Hudson-Odoi, and they're baffled at his lack of game
Hoylett with a chance across for Cardiff here, finds Niasse at the near post, his header is wide. May have taken a nick off a Chelsea player on the way through. That's what Cardiff are claiming. It was a ball header from Rudiger initially, brought down by Camarasa. Arter immediately spotted the run of Hoylett. Well, I think it just came off Niasse's shoulder in the end. And it will be a goal kick for Chelsea, but they've given it away. Mistake by Jorginho. Niasse into Arter. Rudiger bows out Jorginho with the crucial intervention on the edge of the penalty area. 0-0 the score into the last 40 seconds of the opening half here. Plus whatever time the officials will add on. Ekil Manga with a robust tackle to dispossess Barkley midway inside the Cardiff half. Warmly appreciated by those in the home sections, as is the little pirouette from Gunnarsson. Cardiff warming to the task, Sean Derry.
They are. They had a great chance there. Getting it out wide. Good ball into the box by Hoylett. Again, just perhaps seeing that lack of quality in the final third. But they defended really well, giving themselves a great chance for this second half. If they can go in at half-time, Neil Warnock will be absolutely delighted with his team. He really will be.
We are into one added minute at the end of the first half. Cardiff will be much the happier of the two teams as it stands. Chelsea coming forward though with Higuain. Oh, brilliant tackle by Morrison. Slid in and timed it to perfection. Here is Rudiger now on the halfway line. One last chance for Chelsea to get the ball forward. Still very one-dimensional Chelsea. Very pedestrian. It's a foul by Gunnarsson. Just clipping Barkley from behind. He's furious, Gunnarsson, but he just got himself too tight to Ross Barkley, and it will be a free kick for Chelsea in the dying seconds of this first half, and a chance to put the ball into the area.
No need to go make that foul there, 30 yards out, going nowhere with his back towards goal, Ross Barkley. And again, we've seen such industry from these Cardiff players, and got to be very, very careful not to give silly fouls away. And Gunnarsson's just done that for his team, and they've got one last bit of defending to do. They defended so well this first 45 minutes, Cardiff City.
Yeah, this will be the last action of the first half. Willian stands over the ball. There are half a dozen grey shirts forward. Alonso amongst them, headed away by Ekil Manga, and there is the half-time whistle. Well, a warm ovation from the Cardiff City supporters. They have kept Chelsea at bay in this first half. The closest that the visitors came to breaking through, Pedro finding the roof of the net from distance. Cardiff have had some half chances themselves. Neil Warnock will be the happier of the two managers at the break. It is Cardiff City 0, Chelsea 0. You're listening to Premier League Live. Chances themselves. Neil Warnock will be the happier of the two.
And becomes some things about you that I can't forget. But you're breaking down my walls again, just to set me free. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always, always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always, always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I do I, baby, why do why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up, babe. Tonight, we're gonna light it up just like the just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up, babe. Tonight, we're gonna light it up.
You turned toward me and looked so weak. I've never seen you with such tired eyes. And everything we said we'd be, we just traded for us too cold in a tie.